guys, Brandy from Dave and Brandy's Excursions here, doing a little tutorial on if you're interested in or had questions on how to either apply for a passport or if you need to renew it. Dave actually just had to renew his passport, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to do a little quick tutorial. So you would start out with going to travel.state.gov, and then there's different options for apply for or renew my passport, and see all that good stuff there. You can either renew it by mail, which we did, apply in person. Usually any local post office will have that you could apply in person. So if you do apply for a passport, you have to fill out the form, supporting documents, have a photo, pay for fees, of course, and submit your form. So to fill out your form, if you apply in person, it's the DS11 right there, and if you mail it in, it's the DS82. And the other form really won't matter unless you're changing your name. And then your supporting documents, if this is a brand new passport, you will need a primarily they're looking for their birth certificate. Just make sure you are a U.S. citizen. Like there, yep, U.S. birth certificate. And it has to have those requirements. And there's any other ancillary, like if there's anything different that you need to send in. And at any time, you could just pause the video if you need to read any of the information there. And they ask for identification too. And if you do it in person, they'll ask for a driver's license or a photo ID. Anything else ancillary, like a secondary ID, is like your social security card, or they actually ask for if you have a voter's registration card and different other options just in case. Now to get your photo, we've always done to like CVS, and you ask for them to make a 2x2 color passport photo. And of course, the lovely fees. You got paid the government, of course. All right, for an adult, passport book is $110, card is $30, and if you get both, is $140. And that's what we both have, is the passport book and card. Children is a little bit cheaper. It's either $80 for the book, $15 for the card, or $95 total for both. And if there's anything like a name change, which I had to do, that's a whole different story. I had to pay the full amount of $140 to change my last name when we got married. And then any of the additional services if you want it expedited and whatnot. And actually, a side note with the passport card, we actually use these to get off the ship as a more or less like an ID. It's safer than taking your whole book with you. And just a little side note with that too, you can actually use your passport card. It's valid for international land and sea travel, so not by air, between United States, Canada, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Bermuda. So if you're kind of leery not getting the book because of the price, which they are expensive, you could get the card and they'll work as long as you stay on land and sea. To renew my passport, this is the one I had to do for Dave. You would click on the fill out form DS82, and you have to have a Acrobat reader for this. You could either print out the form and fill out yourself, or there's a form filler which you could do everything right from your laptop or computer or tablet, one or the other. And it takes you to a different site where you could either print the form or fill it out. And then of course it asks for your credentials, name, date of birth, social security number, blah blah blah. And of course I'm not going to show my information on here, but it's asks for your street address and method of communication. You could do either mail, email, or both. We do both just in case. and you have to enter your telephone number. Then it'll ask you for your travel plans. So if you have to mention your first day of your trip, which ours would be July 2nd. So we're going to enter that in. And then when you return, and then countries to be visited. Since it is a cruise, there's multiple ports. I always just put in the last port of call, and off the top of my head, I think it's Grand Turk. All right. And then who would you contact for a case of emergency? And of course, I'm gonna have Dave be my case of emergency. I'm not gonna show all his information either. So we're gonna move on. And then it'll ask you for the passport book, card, or both. We always get both. And if you have a previous passport, since this is a renewal, it'll ask you if you still have your passport or if it's lost or stolen. And if you still have your passport information, you're gonna enter everything that's on that passport, card, or book, or both there. At the end, if everything was printed correctly on the passport book or card, you answer those questions and move on. And if you have any other aliases, which I don't, we're gonna move ahead. And then it'll come to a screen where it has just to review everything, make sure you have everything correct, which I'm not gonna show my information once again. So we're gonna pass forward to passport products and fees. So it's gonna ask you if you want a passport book or a passport card, or if you want both. And then with any check, it's going to be payable to the Department of State. So you got to mark down what you want, and then the different processing methods of either the routine, expedited, or whatnot. And then you're going to hit next. All right, and this is more towards the end. It's going to make sure you print out your document and sign and date the form, and where to mail the form to. There's different addresses for different states. And then you have to make sure you include your passport photo, include your most recent passport book and card, and of course the lovely check. And that's pretty much it. And at the end, you might want to know, hey, what happens to my passport information and all that after I mail it out? There's a spot, it'll say after I apply. So if you want to click on down to track your application, or if there's anything other different, like if they sent you an email or a letter from the government, and the processing times, or report your passport lost or stolen here too. But if you want to check it out, where your passport is located in the whole system, it'll tell you to enter your last name, date of birth, and last four of your social. And there's a little bit of information on there if there's anything else, if you haven't received your passport or your address has changed. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this is a little bit more informative for you. If you like this kind of content, give it a big old thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And you know the drill, all the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media platforms are down in the links below. And we appreciate you watching. You have a great day, guys.